like a rebate, gas card rebate. We are not interested in what you have to offer. We want to move in a different direction. Doing away with the gas tax temporarily, like that's going to do anything meaningful.
What's up, you guys? It's Steve here. Hope that you and the family had a blessed weekend. Now, I've got some video footage that just came out that's kind of shocking. I have got to get your opinion on, and also we're hearing that Congress is now turning their attention back towards economic issues, trying to deal with these record high gas prices, and we're hearing about gas tax holidays, gas stimulus checks, and dealing with supply and demand issues. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about the gas tax holidays, stimulus checks. I've got video footage from Senator John Thune, who's going to be addressing this. But first, I've got to know your thoughts on the headlines coming out on this. Take a look, you guys. GOP Representative Myra Flores accuses Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi of pushing her daughter during a photo op. Nancy Pelosi is being called a witch for what happened yesterday as she was being sworn into the House of Representatives. And take a look at the footage. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to play it here in just a second. Looks like Nancy Pelosi looks down at the little girl and then just gives her an elbow during the photo op. Now, let me know, was this intentional? Was it not? Take a look at it for yourself. Let me know what you think, you guys. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, dealing with economic news, take a look at these headlines coming out. Biden's gas tax gimmick avoids real solutions. And we're hearing this across the board. Republicans and Democrats are calling this gas tax holiday a gimmick. So I normally do not give my opinions on this, but I just want to let you guys know from what I'm reading in the headlines, it doesn't look like this gas tax holiday is going to be coming through. It's looking more likely that we could see gas rebate cards, but they're saying there's a chip shortage, so maybe stimulus checks, direct deposits, something. But the gas tax holiday, it's looking like it's a pretty hard flop, as Republicans and Democrats are both saying it's not going to be helping out the American people enough. Take a look at another headline. Biden's gas tax holiday is a gimmick. Here are some better ideas. How much money do gas tax holidays actually save drivers? Well, what we know based on 3 states that put temporary suspensions in place, and what we're hearing is reports of this could save you $3, $6 a month. The highest projection I've seen is about $30 per month, and people are saying this is not enough, and it's only for 3 months while we have record high gas prices. And in addition to that, they're saying it's going to save about 18 cents per gallon, but that does not equate to that going right to consumers. That a lot of this is actually going to be pocketed by the gas companies. So they're saying this is not going to help out the American people. This is not the correct solution. So I'm going to be sharing with you video footage from Senator John Thune, who's going to be addressing this and saying the real solution is dealing with the supply and demand issues that we currently are experiencing. And he calls the gas tax holiday and gas checks gimmicks, not real solutions. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to be taking a look at the video footage. And also, you guys, if you missed my video yesterday, you might want to check it out, as we're hearing that gas checks are going to be going out from states. I cover for you California and Minnesota and some of the details of what's happening on a federal level for everybody in the nation. If you missed it, check it out in my previous video from yesterday, right after this one. But you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video footage. Now, before we do though, do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the content, keeping you up to speed, smash the like button for me. Just takes a second. Helps me out with the channel, with the YouTube algorithm a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is very quickly smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. More content coming on the current state of the crypto market. Also, the real estate market. Going to be sharing with you guys some data and facts to help you out, because I know it's a very turbulent economic environment right now. Hope that that channel is a blessing to you as well. And also, keep an eye out for the comprehensive list that I'm assembling right now of all state, city, and county checks, so that way you don't miss out on anything. Because a lot of people think there's just federal checks, but in actuality, there's tons of checks on different levels. And in many cases, you have to apply. You got to know about these, and they're only available for a limited amount of time. And I want to make sure that you don't miss out on anything, so keep an eye out for that. Going to be releasing a list of all checks for you very soon. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off with this video footage of Nancy Pelosi at this swearing in for the new representative and the little girl that gets pushed. Let's go ahead and take a look.
We wanted our pastor to come into the picture.
Pastor?
Yes.
So there you have it, you guys, in regular and slow motion. Let me know your thoughts. Was that intentional? Man, it looked like she looked right at the little girl and then kind of gave her an elbow, but maybe she didn't realize how close she was. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, but take a look at this article. A newly elected GOP congresswoman accused House Speaker Nancy Pelosi of pushing her young daughter during a photo op at her swearing-in ceremony last week. Representative Myra Flores of Texas made the accusations after a video posted on social media showing her posing with Pelosi and her family at the ceremony, with conservative commentators saying that the speaker elbowed Flores' daughter. No child should be pushed to the side for a photo op, period, Flores said in a caption of a retweet of the video. I am so proud of my strong, beautiful daughter for not allowing this to faze her. She continued to smile and pose for the pictures like a queen. The video shows Pelosi standing next to Flores' daughter as she waves over the family's pastor. Pelosi then looks at the little girl and extends her elbow at the same point that the child moves over. And yeah, again, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did she do this because she's a Democrat, the new representative is conservative, and the little girl was right there and she just gave her elbow? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. But in addition to that, I've got some video footage for you from Senator John Thune, and as I mentioned, he's going to be discussing the current situation with the gas prices, and he's saying that the gas tax holiday, even the gas rebates and stimulus checks, are gimmicks. He says not real solutions to really deal with the issue. We got to deal with supply and demand. And he's saying open up the Keystone Pipeline, allow them to provide more supply to the American people, stop depending on other sources. And he's saying that that is the solution to resolving this. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but let's go ahead and take a look and we'll see, because right now we're hearing the federal gas tax holiday, well, it's not getting accepted by Democrats or Republicans.
I just want to echo what was said by my colleague from Alaska, because what we're now hearing from the administration are ideas that they think will help ease the pressure on gas prices in this country, but they're all gimmicky. I mean, it's all, you know, rebates, gas card rebates, or doing away with the gas tax temporarily till September. Like that's going to do anything meaningful long-term to address this supply-demand crisis that the senator from Alaska just alluded to. And I have to say that this administration, from the time they came into office, has demonstrated an open hostility to oil and gas production in this country, to energy production more generally. And the senator from Alaska was talking about the oil pipeline. We have one in South Dakota that was going to run through South Dakota, the Keystone XL pipeline, which was killed first day in office by the Biden administration, and again sent signals to those who produce energy in this country that we are not interested in what you have to offer. We want to move in a different direction, and that different direction, of course, is electric vehicles, which I'm not against. Everybody wants to get an electric vehicle. It's a free country, but the fact of the matter is we're going to be dependent upon liquid fuels, on oil and gas production for the foreseeable future. And since that's the case, we ought to produce it right here in America. We have vast resources. It is an issue fundamentally of supply and demand. And as the senator from Alaska pointed out, you look at Alaska, now we're talking about getting oil from Saudi Arabia, from Venezuela, from countries, other places around the world, in some cases run by dictators, instead of producing it right here in the United States of America. That's just tragic. It's just tragic. And the American people are paying the price for it. Why? Because in places like Alaska, where we have abundant resources, they shut it down. They shut down federal lands. They started denying permits to drill. And they killed the infrastructure that supports in many cases, energy production in this country. And so, a pipeline, for example, is not only the most efficient, but the safest way to transport liquid fuels in this country. We need liquid fuels. We know that. It's a fact. And we have the supply, abundant supplies right here in the United States. All we have to do is simply access that. But instead, we're talking about gimmicks like a rebate, gas card rebate, or a temporary suspension of the fuel tax in this country, which, by the way, would rob the Highway Trust Fund of the resources that we need to build out this infrastructure in this country and to maintain it. And so there are just so many reasons and on so many levels why these are bad ideas. So bad, in fact, that Speaker Pelosi in the House of Representatives has previously referred to this kind of idea that the administration is now proposing as a gimmick and something that isn't going to provide long-term relief. It is fundamentally an issue of supply and demand, and all we simply have to do is turn it on. We've got to get the energy producers in this country off the sidelines, back into the game, producing oil and gas in America in a way that will meet Americans' needs, daily needs, when they fill up their cars and trucks with gasoline at the pump, which right now they are being punished unnecessarily by an economy where we've got constantly rising gas prices, average prices around $5 a gallon nationwide, literally a doubling of the gas price since this president took office. Direct correlation, connect the dots to policy decisions that this administration has made, which they're now realizing and trying to come up with these gimmicky ideas to try and deal with an issue that fundamentally could be fixed simply by sending the right signals and encouraging, incentivizing the type of energy production in this country that we ought to be encouraging, and the energy producers in this country are up to it. They will meet the demand if we simply give them the opportunity. That's what needs to change. That's what this administration needs to be focused on, not on shutting down gas and oil and energy production here in the United States.
So there you have it, you guys, and let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with him? Do you think that the oil companies will step up and increase supply and provide more oil so that way gas prices can come down? Or do you think that they're not going to actually do it? Now, also, we heard him say that the reason why this is not happening is because the Biden administration has vocalized since the time they've come into office that they are against that they want to have new green initiatives, renewable energy, and they want to move away from oil and gas. Do you think the Biden administration is going to be doing this, or do you think that they are not? Let me know your thoughts, you guys. And if they do this, they open up the Keystone Pipeline and provide more supply, will it bring prices down to help out the American people? Will it be enough? Or do we need some other sorts of provisions and assistance as well? Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but whatever unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Just takes a second, helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam, smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. Keep an eye out for that comprehensive list of all checks on all levels so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.